Hey guys, we're live. I think.
Live from Lancaster, it's This Is Something.
What? This is live stream is on.
Ah!
0 views streamed 4 seconds ago.
Ooh. So, the hell, this is hell. This is something else where
This is hell.
This
This
hell.
is hell.
Um,
That's a new one.
although our studio feels like that. when
Work
it's-
is hell. Wait.
No, my health check-in dropped today.
Yep.
So if you,
In celebration, we're eating pizza.
yeah, Wednesdays are every 2 Wednesdays are live
Yeah.
streaming pizza day. But I thought,
Every other Wednesday.
I did mention in that I need to get more cardio in, and so as of that filming, back when we filmed it last week, I started running.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I really hate running.
I do too.
A lot. Running
Why?
sucks.
Huh?
People that talk about like, oh, I love running. No, running just sucks.
Running sucks.
Um,
Pull us up over here so we can
Yeah,
watch
do that.
comments.
so
Hey, Andrew Brown is in with us. Hey, Andrew.
And hey, Ankles Bane, how you doing?
Oh, Ankles Bane, you up there? How you doing, Ankles Bane? I don't know if you've been on our chats. Has Ankles Bane shown up before?
Yeah, he was
commented?
there. It was last week,
Oh, I'm sorry, Ankles Bane. I was not there.
2 weeks ago.
He was there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then oh yeah, I get. You mean last time when
Last
Andrew
time, yeah.
was taking in place for me? How you doing, Ankles Bane? I hope you're well, Andrew. It's good to see you. You are already watching. We started on time.
Yeah, we did.
So it seems people were waiting for us.
Yeah, we're the ones that are late.
Yeah, we're late, I guess. I don't know.
So anyway, I've been because of because of that video that came out today. I just thought we'd talk about. We're just talking about exercise a little bit. And,
Yeah.
like I so hate running so much.
Hey man, it is good to see you. Again, I'm so sorry that I wasn't here last time. I know Josh was, and Andrew was here to entertain, and our mother was here to entertain.
Yeah,
I don't know how long you were there, or whatever. Again, I apologize.
I believe Ankles Bane. I believe you were here right to the end.
Really.
So
Thanks for sticking around.
yeah, thanks for
man.
sticking around.
Thank you for coming tonight
Yeah, it's
too.
always a way to have our viewers on. So yeah, running sucks a lot. I really hate it, but I've been doing it. I've been doing it with the dog. She loves it.
Oh, I bet she needs it.
But beyond that, I'm working the bag much more, and I'm trying to get some more sparring in. But
Yeah.
You took a walking class when you were in college because didn't you? Like
I took it was 1 extra credit hour. It was called fitness walking.
and I remember you
And they
telling
also
me, I
had
was like,
fitness
what
jogging
is that?
and fitness running. It was just exercise walking. Like I could consider myself a professional mom walker.
Mom walker.
You
You get like a
And you get a stroller,
You didn't even have to have anything in the stroller. Just to,
I keep a guitar in this little ukulele in the stroller. When I stop, I can play ukulele.
and
Yes,
it does.
running
Yeah,
does
well,
that. I can't run. I have a heart condition. That I hate to say it this way. I'm working it out. As I lose weight, it occurs less and less and less. And as I work on my cardio, but I can't run. I pass out if I run too much, or if I climb upstairs too much, too fast. There's a lot of activities that,
right.
that do not go well for me.
I have an old jump rope at home. It's old leather and wood jump rope from
Yeah.
from a gym, and I need to start using that more. Although I don't really have that. My rhythm kind of sucks
Yeah.
when jumping. I need to use that a little more because that's something I can do inside, kinda.
Kinda.
Um,
Yeah, it might get loud, but whatever.
it's a movie.
Ah.
Oh,
Ah.
so hey, you donated blood today.
I did donate blood today. I took off my sticker, but I do still have my little sexy. There it is.
Oh,
Little arm thing there. I did donate blood today. I tried to. Andrew says, "Is that my shirt, Eli?" No, it's not. It was your dad's, and he gave it to me.
but so yeah, you gave blood today.
I did give blood today. This was my 4th time giving blood. I gave blood in high school, at the high school. I gave blood a couple years ago at the Moose Lodge. I gave blood at Bowling Green when I was going to school there. and now I did it today. I need to do it more. I hate to say this way, but I forget about it. Like I forget that I need to. It's a big need. If you can donate blood, for you guys that are watching, if you can donate blood, it's a great thing to do. It gives you great satisfaction in knowing that, especially when they tell you, that your blood, just that one donation can save up to 3 lives.
Right.
Now you can actually use the app. You can track where your blood goes. You can't see who got it. That's kind of weird, anyways. But you can see where your blood goes. That's kind of cool, actually, to me. That I can. It just gives you even more of a good feeling that you can watch. You can watch that. You can actually see that happening.
Right. My wife is O positive, which is the one that they really
everybody wants. Or neg, you mean?
Yeah, and so she
O
is
positive,
constantly getting hit up for blood. Yeah, they're constantly sending her like, "Hey, come donate." And she does. I mean, so you did that today.
I did that today.
You did that while I was finishing editing this week's This Is Something.
Yeah, this comes out on Friday.
It comes out on Friday.
What do we talk about on This Is Something this Friday?
Yeah, you know what? We talked about concerts, what concerts we've been to, and what concerts we'd like to go to.
Yep.
And we talked about E3 and what games are coming out this year that we're really excited about.
I mean, there are other things that happen at E3, but that's what excites us the most from E3 is what games come out. It's just a grand time to be watching these games come out. So give me 1 second, Josh. I'm going to go ahead and share that we are live on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Because my friends like to know.
Your friends? You have friends?
I got friends.
Aww. You seem to call one of the worst cooks.
What's going on?
Wait, have you seen my video? I called one of the worst critics out there. His name is Mr. Enter. He is known for many infamous things.
We are extremely excited for Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm sorry, SBSP12. Josh is reading that right now. Anglesbane, we are excited for Assassin's Creed Origins. We did talk about that heavily during the show. In fact, half of the first section of the show, we ended up talking about Assassin's Creed. Josh and I both have a large history with Assassin's Creed, played all the games and such. So we are super excited for that. I've never played Far Cry at all, and I'm sorry if that offends anybody. Have you played Far Cry?
I haven't played any of the Far Cry games. They look like a lot of fun, but I just haven't gone around to watch every stream. Okay, yeah, SBSP12, we will write that down, Mr. Enter.
Mr. Enter?
Yeah, just write that down right there. We guys, let you know, we do keep a note log around here as we do this stream, because there are things we can't do during the stream, but we always go and check stuff out after, in the next couple days and days after the stream. We do so the next time we're on, we can talk about those things. Are you excited for the new COD game? Actually, we did talk about that.
We talked about that as well.
World War II. It looks interesting. I did see the. I did play Call of Duty all throughout college and high school, but I really am more of a Battlefield player. I do play more Battlefield. It just seems like there's more options and everything. Although I will say, Call of Duty World War II does look like it has more options now than previously. It looks like it got some vehicles and stuff going on.
I'm excited and not excited.
I'm excied for nostalgia reasons.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, as I said, I grew up playing Medal of Honor and Call of Duty when it came to those kinds of games.
Right.
But I didn't. Call of Duty got a little old for me. I hate to say it that way, especially since Battlefield. Started really coming along. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 were some of my favorite games when it came to war games. But Call of Duty Ghosts,
you know what, though?
was for a very long
I love
time
Call of Duty Ghosts.
one of my favorite games, and I played the crap out of it.
You and I played a lot together. You and I played a lot together because that was when we were in your apartment and we played online together. Call of Duty Ghosts,
and it is one of my favorite games. And I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I got pretty good at it. So.
Yeah. You know what? I will say, this is the thing that Call of Duty offers that Battlefield definitively does not, and that is the ability to play with somebody at the house.
Local.
Andrew and I can play side by side. My oldest son and I can play side by side. And if I get World War II for any reason at all, it will be that.
Yeah, and Battle,
I do like
if
to
they
play
offer it anymore. I hope they do.
Yeah, nobody offers local play anymore. That
Battlefield and
sucks.
Battlefront are notorious for being so focused on
Multiplayer.
And another game. I know we're going to talk about this during the actual show. So if you want to see the show on Friday, we talk more in depth about it. But another game that's coming out is not Sea of Thieves, but was the other Skull and Bones. It's made by the people that made Assassin's Creed, and it's kind of going to be like Black Flag. It looks like Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
It looks like Black Flag without
assassins, which is we both said back when Black Flag first came out that they should have done that initially,
right?
Because it was such a well-built game, but then they had to put the assassin.
They had to tell a story
flair into it,
yeah.
And I wish it could have just been a pirate game. I wish you could have got other ships and all this and stuff. And it looks like that's actually what they're doing. They're going to actually make other ships, and each ship is good in its own way. There's not like Man of War defeats everybody, but then they're also upgradable as you play.
Right.
But then again, that game also looks like it's going to be very multiplayer centric. So
I just hope they have because I don't mind playing multiplayer, and I don't mind playing with people, like playing online and everything. But I do want to play, and occasionally I want to play Black Flag, play the way you play Black Flag, where you're just playing the story through.
You're just playing the story through,
or just playing open
around.
world and sitting around doing that, sailing around, just let's play all the Assassin's Creed minus the side-scrolling ones. I'm super for Skull and Bones.
The side-scrolling ones were
the trilogy. There was
the Chronicles.
Chronicles, yeah.
Chronicles.
I
never played them either.
I actually played a quarter way through the one with the China story. It plays very differently than because it's a side scroller.
Yeah, so you said,
and it's super stealth oriented. You really can't absorb a lot of hits, and you have to kind of stealth your way through missions as much as possible. I couldn't really get into the gameplay too much, although I really love the character. She's one of my favorite assassins. I can't think of her name. She was just super cool looking. I would love it if they would make her game as a full, thought-out, all the way through game.
And just the art is cool.
Yeah, the art in all three of them is really cool. I'd like to play the Russian because...
Well, the art in general in Assassin's Creed, even the very first game, just the original Assassin's Creed, has always been really good.
Right.
I mean, Unity was almost borderline realistic in some places. So, yeah. I mean, if it tells you how I feel about Assassin's Creed, not anymore. But at one time, I was actually going to get the assassin symbol tattooed on my arm right here. And then on the other arm, I was going to get the Mandalorian symbol. I was going to get Boba Fett's, the Mandalorian symbol right here. I didn't do that.
I'm glad you didn't.
But I've still considered getting an Assassin's Creed tattoo, a really small one. A lot of people are putting on their finger right here, where they used to, after they got rid of the cutting off the finger, they started branding their finger.
Right.
Some people are now tattooing a little tiny assassin symbol right here, just on this phalange. And I've considered that, but not recently. I haven't really
Andrew asked, who's our favorite assassin? I assume who's your favorite is...
I'm my favorite, thank you.
I'm my favorite assassin.
My favorite assassin is one of the ones they haven't made yet. Okay. Oh man, that's actually a really tough question. That's a really tough question, actually. Obviously, I fell in love with Ezio. Everyone kind of did because you saw his entire arc of his story, and you got 3 games with him, versus 1. But I would, even though he's not really much of an assassin, I would say Edward Kenway because I liked Black Flag so much.
I like Edward Kenway's game the most. My favorite assassin is Altair.
Well,
I just think Altair
Ibn Lahad is one of the coolest.
I mean, he just aesthetically, he looks amazing. It's because he doesn't have
Andrew says he likes Edward.
Edward, yeah.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, I know we have some other people watching now. Andrew, that's commenting a lot, is Josh's eldest son. You've seen him on the show before. If you haven't, go check out some of the things he's with. He's cool.
So yeah, I mean, I like Altair probably the most, just even aesthetically. I just think Altair is cool looking. I wish there was more games with him.
The others started
putting stuff all over them,
and he was just like, "I am Altair."
Yeah, I am Altair. Fear me.
So I do like Altair.
He's got Frodo fingers,
Photo and then yeah. Never mind. I did just see the Assassin's Creed movie for the first time last night. I know I was telling you about that earlier. It was actually pretty good. Angle, you like Connor and Jacob. They're
you know
both
what?
awesome.
Connor kind of got a lot of crap. Like that game, nobody really liked 3, and nobody really liked Connor. I actually really enjoyed.
I really
3.
liked that game actually,
and I actually really like Connor. I don't know. I don't get the hate. Same thing. You know what though? Everybody hates Unity and hates Arne Dorian, but I actually enjoyed that game and enjoyed that character.
See, the thing about Connor and 3, it had great replay value as well. Not as much as Black Flag, but it had great replay value. A lot of people didn't realize the importance of the hunting and stuff like that, like what you could do with all that.
Oh, shoot.
I actually really enjoyed
Keep going.
That aspect of the game. You know, you actually had to, you know, the hunting and just that whole thing.
Well, it adds to the reality of it. You know, the fur trading that was going on, and so yeah, no, I like 3 quite a bit. Egglesman, we agree with you. And Jacob was cool. You know, the grappling hooks were really cool in 3. The grappling hooks I had, like, it was like
cool but really bad.
And they were cool but really stupid. But they're still cool that you did it.
Not in 3. You mean in?
I'm just talking about with Jacob. Because I was starting to say I like Jacob as well. But I don't know. It was cool except for when, like, there were times when you would do something with the grappling hooks. You're like, okay. Like when you got like scale of Big Ben in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Okay.
So that's kind of silly. But I do like Jacob, and I like Evie too. To be honest, I like the dynamic of having twin assassins. That was kind of cool.
That was kind of cool.
And having these dual stories that kind of ran parallel to each other.
And I didn't get to play that much of Syndicate, at all. Honestly, I didn't get to play much Unity. I don't have an Xbox One, so I had to play when I was at your house. You know.
Right.
But it is. They are still fun, and I hope to. I've tried to move away from playing too many video games because when I get invested in a video game, I really invest in it. I spend a lot of time, maybe a little too much time. But I might end up having to get an Xbox.
I've been playing
because there's other games coming out that
I've been playing the hell out of Battlefield 1. They just released a trailer for In the Name of the Czar, and I went ahead, paid the money and got a premium so I could get the DLCs.
Oh, Andrew wants us to tell Simon. Hey, Simon.
Hi, Si. Simon is my middle child, so he's probably watching as well. So, hey, buddy. But In the Name of the Czar is coming out in September. I'm really excited for that DLC. It looks really cool. I'm hoping, all the Russian weapons are there. I'm hoping the Mosin is there, and the Shaskwa, and the Kinjal.
I have not gotten to play that game much either. I really want to, because that sounds like... I've watched the gameplay, I've watched you guys play, and it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. World War 1 has always been a really big interest of mine because it seems like they almost downplay World War 1 a lot. They here's the Civil War happened, and then World War 2 happened.
Right.
And you're like, wait a minute.
There's a whole lot of wars.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on between those two, especially World War 1, the Great War. And, I just kind of sad that a lot of especially in schools and textbooks and like that. They kind of skip over
the thing is that everything that happens in World War II is set up in World War One.
Yeah,
and all the primary characters of World War II, Eisenhower, Churchill, Hitler, Montgomery,
in some way in World War I. Hitler was a soldier, but
Roosevelt. They were all involved
in some capacity.
World War One was a time of you look at. In World War One, there was this mixture of what would become New Age way of fighting with machine guns and trench warfare and urban warfare, mixed with cavalry charges, mixed with brutal hand-to-hand combat in a very medieval style, using medieval weapons.
Trench warfare was revolutionized. I mean, so much happened.
Look at air combat. Only a decade earlier did we figure out how to actually fly.
Yep.
And in that short decade, we figured out how to not only in a decade before. Orville Wilbur Wright.
We've been to the museum, by the way. It's
it's pretty cool.
The Kitty Hawk, not the one in Ohio. There's one in Ohio as well.
Yeah.
In Dayton. But no, not that one. We went in 2012 to the Kitty Hawk Museum in North Carolina. That was pretty sweet.
There's a story there, but we'll get back to that in just a second.
I know. I just Huh?
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, we won't. We'll keep an open mind. SPP 12.
SBSP 12.
Yes, we will keep an open mind when we watch it. Yeah, Trench Warfare was absolutely brutal. But you look at like the Wright brothers.
Sorry, huge transition.
I know. I'm trying to call.
We will keep an open mind. Trench Warfare was brutal.
World War One. You look at the Wright brothers. They invented. They got the plane. And just a short decade later, we're figuring out how to mount machine guns on it, how to stagnate the propellers so that bullets can fly through the propellers.
This is Doctor Who rocks. Don't get offended by this line, but I've only seen 2 episodes ever of Doctor Who. That not to say it's bad. I just have never indulged in it. I don't know. Have you watched any Doctor Who?
You know what? It's funny you mention that because I've also only seen ever 2 episodes. It was actually just a month ago.
Oh, really?
When I was up with Michelle's parents, they had it on the TV, and I kind of was watching it. We were
watching through our Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we watched 2. I watched like 2 episodes of Doctor Who. It does look like a really good show, and I was kind of engaged. But here's the thing. I'll tell you SBSP 12. I have a rule when it comes to like things on Netflix, right? If it's more than like 3 seasons, I'm not committing. That's just a lot of time. There are a lot of shows I want to watch, but they're like, oh, there's 5 seasons.
We're
I'm like,
18 seasons.
I'm like, oh my god! And I know Doctor Who is like what 24 seasons, 26, something like that. I mean, it's been running for
it's 9 Doctors now.
Yeah. So
it's a really good
it
show.
does. I will say, the 2 episodes I watched, I was engaged. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I have a rule. If it's more than 3 seasons long, I'm not
intend
committing.
to someday commit to watching it, but I just right now don't have the time, the energy. I don't have the energy to put myself through.
It's
that.
not the energy for me. It's really just the time. And that's why I don't do it.
But
if it's more
it's
than
the
3
time and
seasons.
the energy. But right now, we're doing this, a lot. We're doing. I work.
Well, that was somebody a long time ago. Before we left, before our hiatus, before we took a break on this show, we had done a sword review, and somebody had written us and said, "Hey, do a review, talk about Game of Thrones."
Game of Thrones, yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, neither of us watched that." And the thing is, between familial duties, my family duties, between your work and then this job, it takes up so much time. We only have a finite amount of personal time, so we have to be really picky and choosy about what we watch and read and all that.
So I've been watching the Sherlocks that just went out on Netflix.
I actually been watching Sherlock too.
Doctor Strange is on Netflix now.
Yeah, I watched it.
What do you think about that? Because I saw it in theaters. I really liked it, personally. Of course, Benedict Cumberbatch.
There were things about it I liked, and there were things about it I didn't care for. And I'm actually a big Doctor Strange fan because when I was reading comics when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I read like Ghost Rider.
I
read the Midnight Suns arc, which was like Blade, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange.
Some more obscure Marvel characters.
It was a dark Marvel character.
Yeah,
they had kind of formed a little team. Yeah, it was trippy. I thought there was a little maybe too much stolen from Inception. I felt like
the bending of the realm and all that.
I love the cape scene. The cape scene was awesome.
The cape with all of it. The cape was just great.
Yeah, there was the scene where she's like trying to resuscitate his body and they're fighting the astral form, and that whole thing she just accepts. Like I was just like, this.
Well,
is
she's
this...
kind of in a panic at the same time. She's
it
probably
was
actually shocked.
It was it was weird. It was like, oh, okay, you kind of broke. Like I know there's comic book logic. But there's comic book logic, and then there's just illogical.
Yeah.
And you broke that boundary between what's comic book logic and what's just plain illogical. And her reaction to that whole incident was just completely illogical.
Yeah.
I liked Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
Oh, he looks amazing.
He looked amazing, and he looked exactly the way that Doctor Strange looks.
So, you're talking about Trench Warfare.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to finish your thoughts on that. You were talking about...
Oh, no, I had finished. I was just talking
sorry.
about... yeah.
Doctor Strange. I actually really liked it.
I would love a Midnight Suns movie with Blade, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider.
They need to remake Ghost Rider with somebody
Well, Ghost
other
Rider's
than
in now
Nicolas Cage.
season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, nice.
Which...
I haven't watched any of it. I'm sorry, people. I'm so far behind. I haven't watched Agents of Shield.
I haven't watched. I
I haven't watched.
Here's the thing.
Arrow.
I watched the first season of Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
And then I started watch the second season. Like, yeah.
But I've been
just
told
kinda
that
got
it's
old on
super
me.
important that you should probably watch it.
Yeah, if you want to keep up on the Marvel movies,
Because
you know,
the-
it's just
the-
like,
the-
oh my
the
god, it's
beginning
all
of-
connected.
The beginning of which movies?
Age of Ultron.
Civil War.
Age of Ultron.
No, Civil War when they're battling in Moldova, whatever.
Yeah, Age of Ultron.
No, that's in Civil War. I promise you, it's in Civil War.
No, I promise you on Age of Ultron. It's where they're going to get the scepter.
I
That's
will-
how they meet Scarlet Witch and...
Oh no, you're talking about something else. You're talking about something else. I'm talking about the beginning of the beginning. I'm looking it up right now because I keep this up here on purpose. The beginning of Captain America: Civil War. They're in somewhere else.
They're somewhere else.
Oh yeah, Bucky.
Oh, Bucky.
Whatever. In one of the movies, they're somewhere. They're fighting that big guy who ends up dying. They blow him up by accident.
Yeah.
Whatever. That, you're like, why are they even there? It doesn't make sense. They don't explain it. And then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you have to go watch Agents of
Well,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
that's exactly what Age of Ultron is. It's like, why is the scepter, you know, in that country? And
Oh,
why
yes,
they-
you're talking about, yes, we're talking about two different scees.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of Civil War
But it's the
is
same
also,
thing. It's set up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so...
And you're like, it's set up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, oh my god! Like, I really hope they don't keep doing that with other movies and shows. I'm really good. DC's doing it right. They have their shows are in one DC universe.
The
and
DC
their
movie
movies
universe and the
are,
DC TV universe.
are different. I actually really like that because
I like
it helps
the DC
you
I like the
separate it.
DC TV shows quite a bit, but I feel like they continue to hit the same walls.
Yeah.
Like Arrow, like we're 4 or 5 seasons into Arrow now,
Mm.
and it's still just like, I'm so angsty. I'm so dark inside. I'm so dark. Even Batman would be like, good God, just, you know, like...
Stop it!
Yeah, stop
it! Get some help.
Get some help. He's
Stop
like,
it.
you know, he's
Get
like,
some
even
help.
Batman's not this angsty and dark.
Hell, I want to see like
Spider-Man
I want
won,
to see
you know.
like beginning of season 6 with what's it called? Like Green Arrow gets an email from Bruce Wayne. It's just that guy. Stop it. Get some help.
Flash kind of runs into the same problems too, because Flash kind of ends up sometimes
I
doing.
really like the Flash show though. The guy that plays in the show. I
I
haven't seen. I know who it is in the movie, but I haven't seen what's it called yet. Avengers yet? So, not Avengers. What's the DC?
Justice League.
Justice League. I want to say Ultimate Alliance is what I
Oh.
meant, which is also Marvel.
Marvel.
But Justice League. Obviously, we haven't seen Justice League yet because it's not out
Not
yet.
out yet.
But I'm super excited to see the Flash with Ezra Miller playing the Flash. It's gonna be
I don't
different.
really care because I think that Grant Gustin is already such a great
Grant Gustin
Flash.
is incredible.
I don't
as
think
a Flash.
Ezra Miller stands a chance of being a better Flash.
But the problem is that because they split it up
Split
that
it
way,
up,
you can't.
yeah.
They're trying to keep it separate, so it'll just be interesting. I'm also just interested to see Spider-Man as. The new
Homecoming
Spider-Man.
looks amazing. Homecoming looks really, really good. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like the first time we're gonna have a Spider-Man that was fun. You know, you don't have Tobey Maguire crying all over the place.
Tobey
and-
Maguire was.
I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man when he was Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, it's just a lot of, like, just a lot of crying. So much. All the crying.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who was the other guy? Andrew Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Was
I
just-
really liked him, but
I liked him too, but again, just kind of, like, really... I know Spider-Man has an angsty character, but he's also kind of a fun character. And I feel like they sometimes, like, go too much on the angst and just, like, you know... So, this one looks legitimately fun. Like, he's going to have fun being
Mhm.
Spider-Man. And so I'm really looking forward to Homecoming.
Hey guys that are watching, just real fast. Comment below what superheroes movies are you excited for that are coming out? There's a whole slew of them that are coming out that are in theaters.
Yeah.
And are coming soon in the next couple of years.
Or what's your favorite superhero TV show that's on right now? Like,
Yeah,
what are
superhero
some of your
TV
favorite,
media platforms?
you know, it's exciting. It's an exciting time for adults that read comics as kids, because I read, you know, Thor Ragnarok. He does look amazing.
Not as soon as he said it. Yep.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok looks really, really... That looks... Jeff Goldblum in drag, essentially. I mean, I'm 100% there.
No, you don't even have to say it drag. Just Jeff
Goldblum, yeah. Well, and then that whole end of the trailer. Guys, if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch that.
Don't leave the live stream though. Go watch it afterwards. I'm kidding. Do whatever you want.
The end of it with Hulk
Yeah, Hulk. Good. What?
And he's like, ah! He's like, he's from work. He's like, yes, this is amazing.
This is amazing. Also, little shout out. One of my favorite Facebook pages ever. The same photo of Jeff Goldblum every day.
It's just ridiculous.
Go check it out on Facebook. You can see the same photo of Jeff Goldblum every day at 3:33 p.m. The comments are great too. The comments are absolutely hilarious because they're like people commenting the same
I
comment
can't
every
believe you
day.
didn't like that page. That was just. I just don't have the patience for that.
It's hilarious. I share it every day too. Nature
Sure
always finds a way.
Yeah. We love ourselves some Jeff Goldblum. You know, he's really strange, and I see him in interviews and stuff.
He's
And it's like that's who he
strange.
is. He really he doesn't play a character. He plays Jeff Goldblum because he
Well,
is
that makes him such a great actor, though. In the end,
not really because a great actor should be able to be different characters. I think
yes.
he's kind of like one of those characters that he's like kind of like Chris Walken. Well, yeah, a little bit like Chris Walken, where he's always Chris Walken. You're always like, oh, great, Chris Walken's here.
He's
Jeff
played in
Goldblum's
some different roles. That you're like, oh, that's Chris Walken. Like, but
well,
no,
you know what my favorite movie is Suicide Kings with Chris Walken.
That's a great movie.
That's a great freaking movie.
Out of the blue, different movie that I really like. Matchstick Men. Nicolas Cage.
With Nick Cage.
Which,
And
I'm not a huge
Sam
Nicolas.
Hunt?
Is it Sam Hunt? I can't remember.
I believe it might be.
But I've only seen it like twice, but it's a great movie.
I own it.
You said Suicide Kings, and I remember one night when I was over your house, we ended up watching both of them.
Mhm.
We watched Suicide Kings, then Matchstick Men. I'm not a huge Nick Cage fan. I was actually just talking about him earlier because we were talking about Ghost Rider, and I didn't like him as Ghost Rider. I like Ghost Rider the character, but I did not like him as Ghost Rider. But I did. But in Matchstick Man,
the problem with Ghost
awesome.
Rider is Ghost Rider is one of the few characters that's actually okay to go full R with.
Well,
I read the Ghost Rider comics as a kid, and I know Mom would have shit if she had
Shit.
seen the amount of blood and violence in my Ghost Rider comics.
Mm.
So Ghost Rider is one of those characters you could legitimately go all the way with and go R. And instead, in that movie, they give him power. He's give him Power Ranger lines. He's like, "You're going down." And you're like, "Okay,
Can you do that again? It's a good voice for it.
thank you." Thank
What,
you.
what is he? What's the little thing he says? Look into my eyes. Your soul is stained by the blood of the innocent. Feel their pain. Yeah. Should have got really up on the
Really
camera.
good, got really up on the
If I
camera.
do, I might fall for it.
And just knock it off our live stream. And it's like, okay, well, that was a thing.
That was a thing. So, it's time to clear the air.
Yeah, that's from the Ghost Rider. That's when he.
Oh, does he say that?
I think it's when he's not. He's taking out the. They had three villains. One was they're based on elements.
Yes.
There was the air one. He makes a chain tornado and. Yeah, it's time to clear the air. So.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I haven't seen a movie in probably 10 years at least.
And I love
mean,
Ghost Rider. He's one of my
Ghost Rider,
favorites.
well, we talked about that before we talked about superheroes, and Ghost Rider happens to be one of my favorites, and I would love to see them make another Ghost Rider movie. But for now,
Michael Fassbender's Ghost Rider.
Michael Fassbender is anything. Michael Fassbender plays Barack Obama.
We're not going to make La La Land 2, and it's like we're replacing Emma Stone with Michael Fassbender. Just put Michael Fassbender or anything. We need a child actor. We're making remake 6 We're like Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender plays George W. Bush.
Yeah. You know who did though? In the Oliver Stone made the movie W.
Mm-hmm. And
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin
Who's a
did.
great actor. I
And
love.
he looked good.
He looked great.
You know who looked good in before we actually turned on the live stream, we were talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It just sounds like a weird subject to be talking about. But in the movie 13 Days, not the guy that played Kennedy. He didn't look that much like Kennedy. And I can't remember his name for the life of me.
That's right. They did make a sequel to Ghost Rider called The Spirit of Vengeance. Idris Elba's in it.
Really?
But
I've
it's
never
not
seen
good.
it.
It's
Really?
not good. No, it's
Oh.
it's one of your generic direct to sequel DVD. Well, it's not. It went to theaters, but it's kind of one of your generic
It happened.
generic sequel movies where they didn't put nearly as much effort
Yeah.
into it as the first.
But maybe they just got budgeted for a second one, even though they knew it sucked the first time.
Well, yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh, we were talking about Cuban Missile Crisis. The movie 13 Days, the guy that plays... Is it Gary Sinise? No, it's not Gary Sinise that plays... Who is it that plays...
I don't know because I haven't
Kennedy
seen
now.
13 Days.
Oh, well, the guy that plays Bobby Kennedy, his brother, looks just absolutely fantastic. Um, it's amazing how good he looks. Crikey. That's not.
Yeah, you need IMDb that.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up right now. We keep it up over here so we can check things. Oh, it was interesting to say this. Oh yeah, that goes.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I never saw that one. I didn't actually.
I only saw
didn't
3
know
parts.
the
I
name.
didn't know Bruce Greenwood was in. That's cool. Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kevin Costner is actually like the main focus character in this. He's
Okay.
like national security advisor. Bruce Greenwood. That's his name. I couldn't.
Oh
remember his
yeah,
name.
Bruce Greenwood.
Played John F. Kennedy. But Bobby Kennedy was played by. Look here.
Somebody on that.
Somebody else, but he looked so good. Stephen Culp is his name. He played Bobby Kennedy, and he just looked fantastic for Bobby Kennedy.
the Butler, the movie The Butler with
Yeah. Forrest
Forrest. I
Whitaker.
was gonna say Lawrence Fishburne. Forrest Whitaker. Thank you, because I knew that wasn't right. With Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
There was 2 presidents. Lyndon B. Johnson was played by Liev Schreiber, and Ronald Reagan was played by Alan Rickman.
Oh, really? You did say that. You did. I
And
haven't seen
here's
it
the
yet.
thing: I got through to the credits, and I was like, Alan Rickman. He was Reagan. I was like, what? So I went back and looked. I was like, oh, okay. He couldn't see in the face. He actually looked like Reagan,
Really?
but sounded like Alan Rickman. Liev Schreiber did a complete chameleon. I didn't recognize the voice, nor did I recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I love Liev Schreiber. I just, I love me some Liev Schreiber. Mariah Carey was in that? Oh, okay.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Somebody else who played again a president in a movie that looked really good was Lincoln. Was played by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is one of those actors who only puts out like one film every 5 years or 10 years, and it's amazing.
You know who else does that? William Dafoe. I love Willem. Not
Willem
William. Willem.
Willem
I'm
Dafoe's in
sorry.
a crap load of stuff.
Yeah,
actually.
but
he doesn't do it once every 5 or 10
What I'm
years.
saying is that he's not. He's a really, really great actor, but he's not. He doesn't seem to be in anything mainstream anymore.
He does a lot of art house films.
Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, I think the biggest thing that I can think of that he was in was what's that movie called? Spider-Man. He played the Green Goblin, and then he also played in a movie where he was what's that movie?
He's in a bunch of films, but he's in a lot of art house films. Willem Dafoe, I'm kind of neither here nor there. Sometimes I really like him, sometimes I really don't.
Yeah.
I've seen things that he's been in that I don't really care for. I'm looking at The Butler over here. That was a really good movie.
Let me just get this off because he's just
But-
gonna stare at the butler now.
Well, I keep catching out for my eye. That was a really good film, but there was a premise to the film that that was a kind of a major plot point of the movie.
Yeah.
Like half the movie was about this plot point, and then after IMDbing it, it was like, oh, that didn't happen. I was like,
Yeah, you told me about that.
I know that in Hollywood things are gonna get made up. I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm not duping. But but I know there's artistic license, but to make 50% of your plot something that didn't happen,
yeah.
that's kind of pushing it.
I mean, it is unfortunate. You know what movie? I'm going to go off point here, but I am saying on movies though. A movie that I'm super super excited about that is based on a true story that you didn't know was based on a true story until I told you was The Big Sick.
Haha. Yes. I didn't know it was a true story until you told me, but you didn't know it was a movie until I told you.
Oh, I did. I found the commercial for it.
I found the commercial. It's like, hey, have you seen The Big Sick?
And I said yes.
No, you did not. You're like, no, I did not know what that was. Like, you need to check it out.
Okay. Point being, The Big Sick looks really good, and one of the bigger actors from my childhood was Ray Romano, because you guys like to watch Everybody Loves Raymond, and then also I watched Ice Age as it came out, and he played Manny. He's played in some other stuff, but he's kind of for a while seemed to have gone, other than being a voice in the Ice Age movies, has kind of gone into obscurity until this movie. I didn't recognize him.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
And then it says with
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. I was like, wait a minute, who's Ray Romano? I'm like, the main character is definitely not the Indian dude. He's not Indian. He's Iran. Is he from Iran?
I think he might
Sorry.
be Pakistani.
Is he Pakistani?
I
Oh, he
believe.
is Pakistani, isn't he? But he is Pakistani. But
You know, it was good for Ray Romano to step out of the limelight and come back because he came back in a big way. He kind of did the Alan Arkin where Alan Arkin disappeared for a while,
yeah,
and Alan Arkin came back with Little Miss Sunshine and then Argo, and it's like, oh, Alan Arkin's back and he's amazing.
But yes,
So
he is. The movie looks so good, and just the little tiny things that, especially the scenes with Ray Romano playing as an older man. He's got a beard and all that. He looks great.
yeah, he looks good.
And he sounds great.
So-
It looks like a really great movie. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, Sean, I'm gonna go see that.
I
I think it comes out this weekend.
Really?
I believe. It
Oh,
does.
well, guess what I'm doing this weekend? I'm going to go see The Big Sick because I really... Actually, I might do it the weekend after, but I really, really, really would like to see that movie. It just looks absolutely freaking fantastic. But that's that. What other movies are coming out this year? We're talking about movies.
Lots
We've
of
been
stuff.
talking about movies nonstop for a while now. I'm sorry for that. If you have something else you want us to talk about...
Yeah, guys, you're welcome to always. Guys, you're always welcome to in the comments. Send us a subject. We'll talk about. We love.
It's actually below. He's pointing this way because that's
Well,
where
it's below
our
to you,
comments
it's-
are. Hey, Josh, did you check out the Tonto National Forest yet?
Yeah, no, I did check out the website. It looks amazing. And if we ever head out that way, we're definitely stopping.
Or is that from last week?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We were talking about a place to go, and I think I said something along the lines of, you know, if we ever did a trip out west again,
Oh, okay.
we would definitely camp. We wouldn't get a hotel or anything.
Oh, definitely. If I go anywhere, I would like to check out camping before I check out hotels. Just because camping is hella fun. The only thing with camping that's a little difficult when doing travel, depending on where you're going, is the time that it takes. Because you have to set up and break down, depending on what kind
yeah,
of
but
camping
yeah,
you do.
you can get a couple cheap 2-man tents or 3-man tents that are just pop up, pop down.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I'm gonna have to look up Tonto National Forest now. I think I've heard of it before, but I actually have not actually like researched it all. So Tonto National.
yeah, no, it looks amazing. I would love to go. I'm hoping maybe here in the next year or
It would
two.
be. Honestly, I did think that was in Arizona.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in my mind that it was in Arizona.
So yeah, if Shell and I end up taking the kids next year or the year after, we end up taking them on a vacation. We're definitely, or at least if we take them on a vacation out west, we'll definitely.
Ignore that.
We'll,
what just happened.
we'll definitely go camp there because it just looks really cool.
It does look cool. I've seen these pictures before.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Camping. I like camping. I like camping.
I love the camp.
I love the camp.
No, I love camping.
I do love camping. I'm not joking too much. I mean, I have a tent set up in the backyard right now that I haven't used in a couple weeks, but I set up to sleep in it for a while, and I actually did sleep in it for a while. For like a week and a half, I slept in a tent in the backyard. Mostly, partially because I
had
like
more
sleeping
land,
outside.
if I had legit land, I would try to put a tent out all year and then let the kids sleep in the tent all year. I mean,
Make
I
the
would,
kids sleep in the tent all year.
Get the hell out of the house.
It's quite that way.
No, we would go sleep in the tent. We'd go do that all the time.
So I'm kind of leaning forward, so it's not like. I'm kidding.
So
I do like camping. I wish I did more camping. It's been a long time since I've gone like serious camping, and it's largely because of how little time I've had these last few years. I did during high school we couldn't because I had marching band all the time, and then I went to college, and I just haven't had that time since then. And I'd really like to get back into it.
Andrew says great childhood memories.
Subject
certainly.
Camping.
Yeah, certainly camping.
Certainly,
like going
like,
camping as a
right
kid
on.
was like, that was amazing.
When I was a really young kid, we used to not tent camp, but we'd cabin camp, if you want to call it. We used to rent cabins down
Like nobody can enunciate today.
at Lake Hope in Zaleski National Forest, and then after that we started going camping, especially when Dad got into campers. We had campers. We went camping.
Apache campers, get it right.
Yeah,
It wasn't
Apache
campers.
It's not just campers. These are Apache campers. Andrew says Tar Hollow, and it's like Holo, like Bolo. Or,
He doesn't have a space bar, so
yeah, but
he's got to do the best he
spell it
can.
wrong too. Ha! It's Tar Hollow, Hollow, down in the Wayne National Forest here in Ohio. We used to camp there all the time. I would love to go back there. I love camping out at Tar Hollow. Estrella, you camping at the Estrella Wars. Wars? What's that? Estrella Wars means Star Wars. I think he's trying to reference Star Wars. Estrella is star in Spanish. But I might as well while he's still over there. Not Ankles Bane. I don't. I can't comprehend what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to.
In SCA then. Okay.
Okay. Estrella Wars.
Pulling up now.
So
Look
it's
at.
not Star Wars. But Estrella Wars does mean Star Wars. Well,
There it is.
Estrella is Spanish. Is it like LARP?
It's SCA.
What's SCA? I'm sorry.
LARP is more. Tends to be more fantasy.
I know we've talked about this
We
before.
talked about SCA. Yeah.
SCA is like the less fantasy based. It's like historical based
Yeah, more reenactment.
reenactment LARP.
Yeah.
You could call it. I hate to call it that because it's not LARP, but
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's actually really cool. And then it's 243 days, 6 hours and 13 minutes and 48 seconds until the next.
Now, did you recently go
one.
to this, or Ankles Bane? Did you recently go to this, or have you? Are you?
'Cause it looks like it happens in February
Yeah.
in Arizona. I look up a vid. He says, "Okay, yeah, I'll write that down." As we said earlier, we're taking notes about things that people want us to check out, and we will definitely be checking them out. Estrella Wars video, yeah.
It happened back in February. Yeah, that's what we were
Yeah,
just talking about.
we have it right over here. Estrella War. And next year, it looks like is going to be year 34. I haven't even Roman numerals. I had to think about it for a second. It's year 34. It's on Shep Farm.
We're actually gonna spend more time after the stream looking at this, because if this looks like something that is open to the public, I'm looking for it. I'm assuming it is. Maybe it's something that Eli and I'll come down next year or something, and
That would be sweet.
and do videos down there.
It's in February, so that's actually pretty cool. That does sound like a hell of a lot of fun
Yeah.
too.
In England they have Warcry, and that just looks amazing.
Isn't that put on by Solid Gladiatoria? Or
No,
is that
but Skull Gladiatoria is involved.
tells you how much I know about swords and stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
sorry.
not your deal. It's okay. Nobody's judging you.
This weekend in Columbus is the Ohio Guitar Show.
Well, we may be very well going to that this weekend.
That's my deal and Andrew's deal.
Knock on wood. We're hoping to make that into a video on that.
Yeah,
It's a big guitar convention.
big guitar show, and you can go. You look at guitars, you try guitars, you can buy guitars, you can sell guitars, you can trade guitars, you can talk guitars. Involved.
Called the 13. Okay, Ankles Bane 13 is that I assume. Well, 13. I assume that's your group.
It is the best video from them.
Rock and Roll.
I'm gonna put the 13 on here. That's on there now. We'll definitely check that out. That actually sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. It really does. The sun's kind of hidden right now.
Kind of, yep.
I'm not blinded by.
Blinded by the light.
Okay, stop. Stop. No. What's that?
Okay, cool.
What is it?
It's the fighters group he runs with.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Can we run with your group too?
Can we run with your group?
Can we
We don't have a group to run
Can
with.
you make us the 15?
The 15.
I'm sorry, Ankles Man. I'm not trying to make fun of you, I promise.
He's not.
I actually am legitimately interested in this, so it is cool though. Thanks for. I mean, that's more of your era of things. So I don't know as much about. This
I would
stuff,
like
so.
to get involved in SCA. because here's the thing: there's only so much you get from sparring with partners, and you get with, dual, doing sparring, doing sword fighting, and teaching.
Thank you.
Thanks for not judging my brother. SCA is something I would like to get into because there's only so much you can get from. I teach historical sword fighting, but there's only so much you get from that. I'd like to get into events where I can actually fight
In a sense.
a sense, and
You
really
talked
get.
about going to the Cold Steel Challenge as well in California, right?
I was going to do it this year. Actually, it's still on my countdown timer.
As a
But
possibility.
this year, Michelle and I are focusing on buying our house, getting our house bought, and so with the
financials involved there.
with the financials involved there, I was like, we can't do it this year. So next year, I'm going to be at the Cold Steel Challenge. I'm going to be fighting at the Cold Steel Challenge. What's the
Qualpo 90 Q Walpo? I'm sorry, 99 is what is the answer to this question? The answer is 42 because that is the answer to all questions.
That's right.
I hope I got.
We
that
got it right. We're
Woo!
awesome.
we know things. The answer is 42. That's
You see that in the movie
blatantly
War of
it.
the Worlds with Tom Cruise, and he's like, oh, I know everything. Between me and my brother. Oh, yeah, we cheated.
Oh, yeah, we cheated.
Marashi. What is in Star Trek?
Don't ask me about Star Trek. I don't know. Someone tell us what's in Star Trek.
the Kabashima. It's the impossible situation.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah.
set up all the Starfleet
Kobayashi or whatever because they used it in NCIS. They brought it up where it's it's an
it's the impossible situation. Kirk's the only one to beat it because he cheated.
Yes.
He rewrote the programming or something so he could win.
Yeah.
Because
they did that.
Which I actually.
They also brought up the number 42 in Assassin's Creed, which we talked about for the first half of this thing.
I had a teacher I worked with.
Pair of socks.
I had a pair of socks. I had this pair of socks once. They were amazing.
Usually,
I worked with, when I was in martial arts. I had a martial arts teacher that had this philosophy, and it was like, if you go up against someone who's tougher than you, stronger than you, faster than you can't win. Cheat. I was like, that is a good philosophy.
That's a good philosophy.
Especially when it comes to like protecting yourself and hopefully not dying or getting beat up.
Yeah, there are no rules in engagement,
Yeah.
between personal engagement. Someone attacks you, you're gonna do what the frick you can.
Yeah, so
if you grab a tree limb and hit them with it, and they go, "You cheated!" You're like, "No, you didn't. You attacked me with a knife."
if you grab a tree limb and use like a wand, just do magic. Like magic's not a part of this. Man, it's not even this reality.
You cheated.
You cheated.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess if you use magic
and you win,
that would be the quintessential you did indeed cheat.
You did indeed cheat, and you did indeed win like a boss. So,
I guess Qualpo didn't.
Thank you, Qualpo.
Thank you, Qualpo.
Thank you, Qualpo, for bringing that up. The answer is 42. We are cheaters, I guess.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us. Oh, wait. If an alien spaceship landed in front of your driveway, would you have it towed?
Maybe.
What if it can't be towed? What's the situation here? Can you tow this spaceship? Does it have wheels?
What was E.T.? Would you want to tow E.T.? I would, because E.T.'s freaking annoying.
And
that movie was so annoying.
Can you imagine E.T. walking up to your house and you're like, "Oh my god!" You'd run and grab a shotgun,
That's the kind of reason I always carry a pocket knife or something like that with me everywhere I go.
I always carry a pocket knife.
I always carry a pocket knife. Not so much for self-defense, but really it's
useful.
It's useful.
Mine's over there right now. It's behind me.
The thing is, it's something I always kind of complain about, and it's in the state of Ohio. Here in our state of Ohio, we have open carry, so you're allowed to carry you're allowed to carry a gun, and
pepper spray.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It ain't just for the ladies, from a self-defense standpoint, it's more of a tool than anything to me. Okay, yeah. As far as pepper spray goes, I teach self-defense. That's my passion. It's the thing I do the most. I enjoy that even more than just doing teaching martial arts and sword fighting. I do have some inherent problems with pocket knives, pepper spray, concealed carry.
Because
And it's mostly the problem of deploying it in a self-defense situation. You have seconds, fractions of seconds to,
You have to have a lot of
deploy
training.
something. So unless it's already in your hand and ready to roll,
Mhm.
you may find so you need to have that self-defense as your first line of defense.
Yes. Well, you also have to know. You have to know what you're going to do. Like, if you're in a situation, you need to know when is the time that you need to start looking to self-defense. A lot of people, I think, might start too late when it comes to defending themselves. If you feel uncomfortable, why did you wait until he was running at you to pull your pepper spray?
Well, you
know
just
what I
gotta
mean?
trust your gut, and but I that's not the same thing about pepper spray. I know guys that carry pepper spray, and that's good. It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
And something else that's related to that is training. I was actually watching a video the other night about the karambit, and something this guy pointed out was the fact that it's a completely different tool than a regular knife.
yeah, no, it has
There's
a
lot of
very
people
specific
this
purpose.
is the ultimate. This is the ultimate self-defense weapon. But he's like, and there's people online that are training how to do it for online videos. But like, you have to understand, these people have thousands and thousands of hours because it's not like a regular knife where where you're holding it like this or upside down like this.
Well, you can hold it both ways, but
it's a claw. It's the opposite shape. You can't jab with it. Everything is in an opposite. The way he said it is like, if you wanted to slice this way, you don't slice this way. You have to slice this way because the way it's shaped. It's a completely different. So now that's a very specific case, but you do want to know how to use it. I can't tell you.
I wouldn't be comfortable enough with one in a self-defense scenario.
There are probably several situations where people have gotten pepper spray and they don't know how to use the bottle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because you have to turn it or whatever, like, for whatever reason. They don't know how to use the can. They don't know how to use to apply it. They don't know how to apply it. So like, I can't imagine. I don't know how to use one. I've never used one before. But I can't imagine getting. This isn't obviously this is lotion, but like, I can't imagine this being pepper spray and be like, I don't know how to do it. He's gonna kill me. You know what I mean? You know what you're using. It would be a big deal.
Yeah, well, like, you can spray a pepper up to 50 feet, have to throw a knife. But to be honest, the thing, my point I always go back to when I talk to people about weapons in a self-defense situation is very simply, it's all about deployment and being able to deploy that weapon.
Because you might not always have 15 feet.
And, the thing is, you could honestly reverse that. Pepper spray can be shot up to 15 feet, and you'd have to throw a knife, maybe. But if the guy comes up to you quick, and he's in your range, at knife range, the knife becomes a better weapon because you're going pepper spray at 2 feet. You're going to end up, maybe macing yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when you're hitting him in the face at a close range, you have backsplash.
Him or her.
Him or her.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of my rule of thumb with all these things are theoreticals.
Yeah.
You're always talking in theoreticals at this point. I always tell my students, I always tell people when I do my self-defense seminars and everything, no battle plan survives first contact.
Yeah.
And so, you can have all these grand schemes, and you can be prepared, but I have found, in fighting that things, always don't go your way. So,
I mean,
you have this grand scheme like, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then you find yourself on a completely different end of the situation.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of improvise. So, but about knives and pepper spray, and this was the thing I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is in Ohio anyway? We live in Ohio. We have open carry policy, so you're allowed to carry a gun anywhere.
Yep.
And I just always thought it was ridiculous that but you're not allowed to carry a knife,
You're not allowed to carry
a fixed blade knife.
You're not allowed to carry fixed blade knives. You're not allowed to carry knives that are over, like, there's it's completely. Some people say that they measured across their hand. One that I've seen now.
I see 2-inch blade is what I
I've
hear
seen
a lot.
2 inch. I've seen 3 inch, but a lot of people. I took classes for a while. I don't have a knife.
That's right. Go ahead.
Point being, they use like this. Here's a pencil, and what they do, they get the knife like this, and they put it across here. And let's say this is where the top of the handle is. They measure and see how close it is to the edge, and see if it's like any longer than the credit card. I'm just like, I know you can't see, it's too fuzzy, but you always see my credit card information. they measure it like that now. Like that's what a lot of people are doing, I guess.
Well, and then I know in certain states they have bans on nunchucks, they have bans on Ninja Stars. And my point is this. This is all my point is. I'm not saying that I'm not arguing whether you should carry a sword or a nunchuck or a knife. This isn't getting political. This isn't about whether you should or shouldn't. My point is, just very simply from a logic standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
if I can walk into my local grocery store with an AK-47 strapped across my back, which I can do in the state of Ohio,
Yep.
it seems ridiculous to then say, well, but knives and swords and nunchucks and those kind of things are out.
Yeah.
And again, we're not getting political with this, guys. We're not going there. But we're just saying that's just my thing. It just seems from a logical standpoint,
Well, I always said
saying one thing is okay, but then these other things aren't.
in Arizona you can carry almost anything except nunchucks or weapons like them.
Yeah, New York.
New York's
there's a ban on nunchucks.
Would that also include like a screamer? Would a screamer be counted as that? 'Cause I like a screamer. Screamer's kind of cool.
Yeah, I would carry a screamer.
But I don't know if you would be. I don't know.
I'm sure you would. He said about anything except nunchaku
and weapons like them.
and weapons like
so
them.
I wonder if a screamer would be considered.
So I guess that was my thing. Is I don't understand from just a logical standpoint. I don't understand why one is allowed and one isn't.
I mean, I always said, I'm probably gonna get married when I get married someday. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna get married in some public place. And I plan on wearing full Scottish garb and having a Scottish broadsword on my side. And people might complain, and that's too bad.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody's ever going to stop a wedding and be like, yeah, this can't happen.
Yeah, you had said that before. You're like,
nobody's doing that.
I hope they do. I hope they do. Just gonna make stop it. Get some help. Wow, it is really hot right here, by the way.
Yeah,
the sun is beating in on me. So, I do get the point. I mean, in the end, it's some people are fighting for weapons and some people are fighting against them. I think the reason why people aren't fighting for open carry of swords and larger knives, or just carry of swords and larger knives, is because a lot of people see them as obsolete. Because you can carry. Why carry a sword when you can carry a
there's nobody lobbying for open carry of knives. I'm not like I said, I don't want to politicize it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there. But it just is interesting to me that
this is interesting. Actually, this is live stream, but
this is live stream, not interesting.
But yes, it is interesting that somewhere down the line there's a disconnect there.
Swords are kind of hard to fit in your pocket. Yes, they are. They are a little bit hard to fit in your pocket.
Well, that's why I open carry.
That's why I
carry just a big Zweihander on my back.
Big Zweihander. I don't know. They ever were like, if there was ever a law like, hey, you can open carry swords. That's
do
what
it for the first day.
That's what I do for a living. I teach.
Yeah.
I teach.
You would hope that you could carry it, and then someone would ask you about it, and you could get customers.
Yeah, that's true. I could get clients that way.
Clients.
I do teach historical sword fighting. Would I carry a sword? Ooh, I don't know.
I would carry sometimes, just like on a very specific occasion. You know what I mean? Like, as I said,
not
my
for
wedding.
self-defense. Just
not really for self-defense. I mean, maybe. I mean, no one wants to mess with a guy who's walking around with a freaking Zweihander on his back.
I don't know.
But maybe they do.
You might be like, wow, you
really pompous.
Yeah,
here's
really
my
pompous.
45.
Yeah. So I don't know. That might be inviting problems.
But at the same time, like you said, you could advertise for your sword fighting.
I would. If I did, that'd probably be the reason I would.
Definitely.
I would carry it.
You get it imprinted. This is sword on it. You're like, what is that?
So.
Yeah.
But swords are kind of hard to fit in your pocket. You can't quite do that.
So speaking of swords, we just made a video that's coming out soon. It is a short sword.
Yeah, you guys
style.
are getting a bonus. This is sword play this month.
Actually, 2.
Yeah.
Just to be blatantly honest, you're
getting a
like 4 or 5 actually.
Well, but without the hut and drills.
Without the hut and drills, you're getting 3.
You're getting a bonus review, a bonus sword review this month, because we had the Topeka.
Yes.
That came out last week.
The Bastard Sword that came out earlier this week on Monday.
So you're getting a bonus one. We're doing a review on the Windless Steelcrafts, / Kenjal.
Yep. And it was fun. It was fun. It's super fun.
It's gonna be a really good episode.
It's actually still downstairs, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to use that short. I'd say a short sword style.
It's a short sword. It's arguable whether or not it's a knife or a short sword. My rule of thumb is if it's over 12 inches, you're going into short sword territory.
I just straight out say it's a sword. It's double sided. The blade is double edged. That already almost kills it. I mean, there are knives that are double edged.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do like some
you have
stilettos.
you have your M1918, the trench knife.
Yeah,
that is
double bladed.
Well,
stilettos are double bladed.
Yeah, so stilettos are double bladed. But I would just straight out say that's a sword.
Yeah, no, it is.
So, yeah,
that was a fun review, and I can't wait for it to come out.
And within the next week, I'll put it that way. Within the next week.
I was hoping to see it out by Friday.
Okay, so within the next couple days. So,
but but we're mostly ahead of the game in editing this week. We already have the show done, and usually we have to wait till tomorrow for the show.
Yep.
So,
but we just figured in some extra time today. But that's about that. Josh, what are you thinking about? Anything right now that you want to put out there?
Nothing I can advertise for. Nothing I can advertise for. Nothing that we're gonna. Nothing I can think of that we have to plug that's upcoming.
Yep. So, guys, we are slowing down right now. Is there anything else you guys want us to talk about before we head on out of here? Let us know. We'll hang on for a couple more minutes here, see if anybody gives us some things to think about, and we'll wrap up otherwise. So, what are you guys thinking about tonight? I know we've talked about video games. We've talked about warfare. We have talked about Assassin's Creed quite a bit. We've talked about swords. We've talked about camping. We've talked about a lot, and that's really great that we actually got to do that. And that's what this is for. You should look into some axes. Actually, I've considered getting like a battle axe, maybe a smaller one, not some huge thing.
I had that dragon's bearded axe, that Viking axe. I had that dragon head, and I wish I still had it. I sold, and I kicked myself for not having.
This isn't really an axe. We did the halberd video, which is like a polearm axe thing. I mean, I'm sorry, that's probably not proper terminology at all, and if you hate me, that's okay. We did that. I think it would be a lot of fun to get like a Viking axe.
We may do that here in the future. We actually are working on some angles right now on some different projects for the coming sword plays. So
/ possibly other things.
So we'll definitely look into doing some axes here.
I have some axes behind me, though. If you can see my row of axes, my guitars back here. Actually, the one that's right there
Ted Nugent.
Is not mine. Ted Nugent. What about Ted Nugent? Ted Nugent plays guitar.
Ted Nugent plays guitar
a lot. Speaking of Ted Nugent played Johnny B. Good when Chuck Berry died, and behind him, not the guitar he was playing, but behind him was a guitar. It was the same exact guitar that Andrew has. Andrew Spalted Maple, Oscar Schmidt by Washburn.
That should be a coming. This is
random Ted Nugent insert there. Is there anything you wanted to say specifically about Ted Nugent? I'm not a huge Ted Nugent buff. I don't know buff. I don't know a lot. He's also married to his guns and his rights. Oh, of course, yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
that's what we'll say to that.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have much to say on Ted Nugent. The thing is, I don't know a hell of a lot about Ted Nugent. Unfortunately, I don't mean to take that the wrong way. I just don't. I don't know a lot about Ted Nugent. I don't listen to a lot of Ted Nugent music. I'm
just gonna sit here and watch you struggle.
I'm literally just saying.
Sit here and let that happen.
I don't listen to Ted Nugent's music. I don't know a lot about Ted Nugent. I just know that he plays guitar and he played Johnny B. Good in a really interesting fashion. And behind him was the same guitar that Andrew has.
It's just like I just sat there and let that whole thing just roll.
What do you think about Ted Nugent, John?
Ted Nugent's amazing.
That's what you just said. Ted Nugent. I get it. Practically no one in my generation knows who the hell he is. I mean, I know who he is. Are you in my generation? Just curious. 99. I'm assuming you were born in 99. Is that safe to assume? So you're like 4 years younger than me. I know who Ted Nugent is. I just don't.
You're not familiar with his music.
I'm not familiar, and it has nothing to do with him directly. It's actually more his style. Like, you are my age. Happy 21 because I'm 21 as well. So I'm familiar with who Ted Nugent is. I just don't listen Ted Nugent. It's just not my style that I listen to. So don't take that to offense. It's nothing bad about Ted Nugent. Just not my dealio. Do you like Ted Nugent, Josh?
I don't listen to a lot of Ted Nugent. No,
I'm
not here nor there on him. I don't love him. I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I mean that's where I'm at on that. I did work with a cook way back when who was really lovely.
Was it the same one that said "hot baby shit"?
No, not even close.
Oh no, he was a dishwasher.
Yeah, but he listened to a lot, and like he'd bring in. When I was running loggers, I had a CD player in there. I let everybody bring in their CDs, and he'd occasionally bring them in, and he put it on. Some people would bitch, and some people wouldn't. And I'd say, just let, you'll get your turn.
Just let it happen.
You'll get your turn.
You know what? Before next time,
they're not gonna like your M&Ms, so just it's everybody will get a
Mom
turn.
Spaghetti.
That's a Ted Nugent line.
That is definitely so Ted Nugent. How long have you had that Blues Brothers poster? Actually, Andrew, my oldest nephew, and he was commenting earlier.
My oldest son.
Josh's oldest son, actually just bought that for me. That's why it's kind of angled right now. I was trying to hang it up. For last time that we actually tried to hang it up, and it kind of got angled. And I haven't fixed it yet. Blues Brothers is actually, you asked me about the Blues Brothers, happens to be one of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
It's funny because we were just talking about it right before the live stream. We're talking about doing that as This Is Movies in the future.
This is movies in the future.
Which is one of our running series.
Yeah, and I really, to the point where I almost got, and I not almost, I'm considering getting a tattoo that I've seen before, the Blues Brothers with Jake, with the silhouette of Jake on one leg, on one calf, on the back, and Elwood on the other, because I really, really love the Blues Brothers, and
what's your favorite scene in the Blues Brothers movie?
My favorite scene? Oh my god!
I think
as a kid, mine was the very end with them all chasing each other down. But later on, I started, now that I, as an adult and knowing, and as a musician, knowing all the musicians who are featured in that movie, I personally met. And even once got to perform with one of the musicians from that movie.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got to play in a background movie. That is amazing. We should have. Yesterday was the 37th anniversary.
You should have known that. I'm the movie buff, so I should have known that.
I know Star Wars. We're both movie buffs, just to different degrees. I know Star Wars anniversaries. We know Star Wars obviously now. But no, I actually got to play with Tom Bones Malone, the trombone player in that. I got to perform with him as a background band at Capital University in high school. And since then, we've been friends on Facebook, and I've actually conversed with him lots of times, asking him questions about getting into the pro music world as a session artist and such, as a live musician like him. Great guy, great musician, obviously.
One of my favorite scenes from that is right at the climax, when you get to see Cab Calloway doing Manny the Moocher.
Oh, yeah.
And that it's great because Cab Calloway isn't with us anymore, so to be able to have that piece immortalized, we'll always have that moment with him. So that is probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie.
I mean, as an adult, I think the Ray Charles scene might be the scene at Ray's music in Calumet City was by far one of my favorite scenes. First of all, the kid walking and going to grab the strap.
Shoots the gun.
He shoots the wall.
I hate seeing a young kid turn into a live girl. That's good stuff.
That's just a great movie. It really is. It's just absolutely fabulous, and I like having them watch over me while I sleep. They'll never get caught. They're on a mission from God. It's just on the top. We're on a mission from God to make YouTube better. Let's make YouTube great again, Josh.
Well, let's make our channel great.
Make our channel great
because
first.
Our channel needs more subs.
Need more subs. If you haven't subscribed, any of you guys that are watching right now,
pretty please. Hey, we're trying to actually break our 150. So
we are 148 right now.
So, and for those of you that are subbed already,
thank you
so much. We try to put out thank you videos as much as possible because we really do appreciate all the things we really appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
We really appreciate the support. and it is what drives us to do this. Day after day, week after week.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because we're having fun with it, because we want to make videos, make you guys happy. I know our kind of running joke is we're going to make videos of we talk about whatever we want, whenever we want, but we do care about what you guys want to talk about. So thank those of you that are subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It is greatly appreciated. Eli's eating, so
Thank
he
you.
says thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
Sorry.
translate.
Pizza.
Oh, that's an upcoming skit, maybe.
What?
I'll talk to you later about. I don't want to show my hand too soon.
Show my hands.
Show my hands.
Oh, he showed his hands.
But where is the other?
Where's the other? So, that is awesome. Thank you for pointing that out to me. Yesterday was its 37th anniversary. That's like kind of awesome. Well, something you didn't mention, one of my favorite John Belushi movies is The Blues Brothers, and he's no longer with us either.
No, he isn't.
Something a lot of people don't know, and I know you know, but in the Ghostbusters,
Slimer.
Slimer represents John Belushi's soul, and the guy that's played by Bill Murray, Venkman, was actually supposed to be played by John Belushi, and then he passed away, and they had to find somebody, and Bill Murray actually filled the role really, really well.
Yeah.
I really like Bill Murray in a lot of that.
I love
things that he's in.
Ghostbusters. That's a great movie.
Speaking of Bill Murray, you've seen the movie
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. You've seen the movie Groundhog's Day, right?
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. There is a movie coming out, I can't think what it's called, but it's a horror film where this woman dies, and then she wakes up. She wakes up as the... Oh, boy. Hey, look! Mom's here.
Mom's here.
You're
This is where we're out there,
ignoring
Apple.
me.
What?
You're ignoring all my questions.
What questions?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He said he doesn't see any questions. We don't have any here. Are you Quaffo 99?
I'm sorry, Papa, you're 21. You haven't asked us any questions. This on Facebook.
You're asking us on Facebook.
Oh.
Or on YouTube.
You just have to go to YouTube to comment for us to see it there.
Oh,
Wait,
shoot.
let's see what my mom...
Let's see what question she has.
Let's see here. That's great.
That's amazing.
Oh, look, Tom responded too. Hi, Tom. Tom's a friend of mine. Let's see here. Wow, there's a lot. Mom says, hi, boys. You need me to come up there. Blues Brothers poster by the Booze Brothers closet. There's actually not that much in there now. No on the tattoos.
No on those tattoos. Come on.
You gonna show us your tattoo, Mom?
No, it's on his back.
Oh my goodness.
But Tom says, get the tats. Thank you, Tom. I don't know if you're still watching or not. Tom's a good friend of mine. Highwayman by Highwayman. Actually, I think I've heard that song before. Just you want to write that down real fast? You should go on Facebook.
I'm on
On
Facebook.
YouTube, man.
Oh.
Then scroll down.
No, that's a commenting on. You have to go actually to YouTube. Watch as we have to teach our mother how to do this.
Sorry.
Well, last time she commented, she didn't know that everybody could see her comments.
I now know.
Josh, Mom, find YouTube on there. She keeps them all in like little sub boxes. I don't do that. Tom, if you're watching, I'm sorry that I did not respond to you.
His was on Facebook
Yeah,
too.
I know. Tom's on Facebook.
Tom, it's okay. We can chat on Facebook.
What do you think of Jim Belushi when he does the Blues Brothers?
Oh. Well, I just wanted to tell you.
It's good stuff, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. Tom is watching and he's commenting from Facebook. Next time, guys, I promise I'll have both up. Now I do. I have my Facebook up. Tom, I'm sorry.
Did you know
That was my
John
fault.
Belushi's widow bought one of my art pieces?
Wow.
John Belushi's widow bought one of my mother's art pieces. Our mother's art pieces. She just told us this. Ankles Bane, I'm sorry I didn't mean to ignore you that long. You said
We wrote it down, yes.
Yeah,
we just wrote it down.
I actually do want to check that out because I actually think I've heard the song before, but I'm not sure if I have. So I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds like what are you doing?
Grab a slice.
She grabbed a slice.
Grab a slice.
Let's see what else here. So
Bye,
yeah,
everyone.
Bye.
she says bye.
I'll see you soon.
She'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
In 2 weeks, we might move the live stream up an hour though. I'm kidding, Mom. I love you. So Yes, and again, I'm sorry. Next time I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to keep Facebook open too because people are commenting on there. So sorry, Tom. Sorry, Mom. Both great people. Yes, Ankles Band again. Sorry, we will check out Highwaymen. That we have that on our list of things that we need to check out in these coming days. So before we fully clock out of here, when is our next live stream, Josh? Let's look that up. It's in 2 weeks from today. Actually, I know the date already. It is the day after Independence Day, the day after the 4th of July. It is
July 5th.
July 5th.
It'll be from 6 to 7, as usual, 6 to 7 Eastern.
Yep. It's just so you know, our live streams are going to be. They're projected to be every other Wednesday. And so right now, there's 2 weeks from today is July 5th. I do already know that I have that off, so y'all will be able to see me again. I will not miss. Last time was just unfortunate. Unfortunately, a friend of mine lost his grandfather, coworker of mine, I meant, and he's also a friend, but he lost his grandfather, and I went in and worked his hours for him.
That's all right. I had you covered.
Yeah, you guys covered. Mom covered for me, and Andrew covered for me. So, again, I do hope in the future that won't be a problem again.
Tom Barrett has questions too.
I know that was he was talking about Mom, and Mom came up with such questions. Do you think of Jim Belushi when he does the Blues Brothers? That's some good stuff, actually. Really like it. I mean, I don't have much to say about it though. I'm sorry. It's different, but it's good. Let's see. What else? You mentioned the tattoos. Tom says get the tats. I'm sorry, Mom. I might get the tats. My first tat's probably gonna be right here though. It's going to be under my sleeve, and it's not going to be a sleeve. I'm going to get sleeve tattoos just right away. No, it's going to be some...
it's a tiger. A rainbow tiger.
It is a rainbow-caped tiger. No, it's not. It's typewriter print, 2 lines, split up in 2 lines. It's even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise from Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. I just really like that line. You know, even the worst times will pass, and I think that works a lot for me, and it works a lot for a lot of other people. I just really like that line. Another line that I considered getting tattooed from that movie was, to love another person is to see the face of God.
I want to get from the remake, just Gerard Butler, just like lying on the rocks after he makes that funny splat noise. Just, when he, at the end of the film, just throws him off the bridge.
It's not Gerard Butler, though.
Playing Javert at the end? Or?
Javert? It's not Javard. It's
Javard?
It's not Gerard Butler.
I only saw it once.
It's, you almost have a screen, though. Just so you know. It's not Gerard Butler, it's Russell Crowe.
Okay.
It's Russell Crowe.
Okay, same like rough Australian man.
He falls off of... He throws himself off of a bridge, and there's this nasty crack as he hits the thing in the water.
There's a tattoo, just something like that.
You don't see him lying down.
Yeah, you see his body at the end of it. At the bottom of it.
No,
I know for the fact you do that.
I've seen the movie 600 times.
Okay, we're gonna go watch that part right now.
We're gonna watch all 3 hours.
No,
just
that
so Josh
section.
knows this is not Gerard Butler either. You are talking about Les Miserables, right?
No, I'm talking about a different musical with gruff Australian men singing.
Well, I don't know, Josh. Like it's not Gerard Butler either. I mean, it's just not. Javert was played by
Okay, I'm just saying, between the two actors...
He's not. He hits the water and then his body floats away.
You keep doing your thing.
Oh, what are you talking about? I've only seen the movie in theaters 3 times, and I own it. But you can actually looking up the last...
Yeah, I am.
Look at Javert's Suicide is the name of the scene. See, I know the name of the scene, too.
Oh, boy.
In the first movie, he just... In the one with Liam Neeson and all that, he chains his wrists together, and he just falls backwards. See, I have that one right there. Got it from Half Price Books. Great place in Columbus. But yes, I got Les Miserables. So, yes, unfortunately, we are out of time. We've gone quite a bit over, and which is okay. We do like to stick around for you guys, but Josh has a family.
Yeah, well, as long as you guys are on, we're on. But we do have to actually have at some point a cutoff time.
Yes, and we've gone for almost an hour and a half, and we do hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. And as I said, we will be back soon. In 2 weeks from today on the 5th of July, on Wednesday the 5th.
And if you miss us, we have videos Monday through Friday every day.
Monday through Friday.
So.
Okay, Ankles Bane, we'll see you. Okay, bye, y'all, he says. Ankles
Guapo, we'll see you too.
Guapo, and everyone else that might be sticking around right now. It doesn't look like we have the numbers right now. Andrew, if you're still watching, we'll see you in a little bit here. SBSP12. It's good to see you around, and we hope to see you all on our next live stream. Thank you also for the people that joined us on Facebook, and I'm sorry that I did not
we
get there in
will
time.
for sure next time we will
Yes.
we'll be checking.
So, Mom, if you're still watching, Tom, if you're still watching, thank you guys for checking that out today. And we hope you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll see you next time on This Is Live Stream.
Peace.
Peace.